Welcome back. I'm Dr. Lowry again, and as promised, I'm going to walk you through a couple of home devices that will provide data for your physician. First, the temperature, normally 98.6, and fever, it can be 100.5 or higher. Some people have a lower baseline, 96, so 99 might be a fever. So everybody's a little different, but generally 98.6. And a low temperature can be just as distressing. So anyway, so this is a temporal scanner, one of many, and once the batteries are in and the instructions are on, basically it's just pulling this trigger, and you'll see if I pull it and it's not next to me, it gives me a low reading. Hope you can see that. So what I do is I pick a warm part of the body, and it can be really anywhere that's kind of warm or feverish. And let's see here. We have 97.7. When I do it a temporal, it's usually around 96.6, 95. Anyway, so pick a warm part of the body, but usually it's the temporal area that gets the hottest. And then do it several times just to get your average. You may average around 97, you may average around 98.6, but do it maybe, my neck seems to be the warmest part, so 97.5 again. But anyway, just use it multiple times, use it on multiple people to get a feel for, what your baseline is. Because again, if you're feverish and your temperature is 99.5 versus 97, that would be very significant. So I'll stop right there, and I'll move on to the next device, which is called a pulse oximeter. I think you can see it there. There's the on-off switch there, small batteries, and this you just put on your finger or the most perfused digit. It could be your pinky. And then you get a reading something like that. Let's see if I can. Oh, wrong way. Let me get. So anyway, it gives you the saturation. In my case, it's 98, and the pulse has to settle down a little bit because I was shaking it too much. It's probably a little less than 99%. It's probably under 103, but that's my heart rate. And so it's just another way of checking your pulse, and this time your oxygen saturation. And some of you may be on oxygen, some of you may be short of breath, and your doctor will be reassured to find out your saturation is over 95%. 90 to 95% is like a B, over 95% is an A. Under 90% you really should check in with your doctor, because that can be a typical cause of shortness of breath. Now, for people who have weak muscles, the saturation can be falsely reassuring, because your carbon dioxide could be climbing and you could be tipped over into respiratory failure just from muscle weakness and poor ventilation. And really that's a whole different lecture, but this is just because you have a normal saturation. If you have, again, ventilatory failure or muscle weakness from a limb-girdle muscular dystrophy per se, then you should still check in with your regular doctor, especially if you're feeling short of breath. So it's interesting, the pulse oximeter shoots two beams of light through your finger, and it picks up oxygenated blood, with its cherry red in color, versus venous blood, which is very dark, like a dark cherry. But with those two wavelengths of light, it's able to assess how much oxygenated blood you have in your body. A very slick apparatus, and I do recommend it as part of a home equipment kit. Now both of these are probably $30, $35 each, maybe cheaper, so really affordable, and I think they provide useful data for your physician when you do call in. So that's it for today, and I'll have more on gadgets at home. Thanks for listening.